Hello, welcome back to Math Lab. This I'm gonna go over like some changes that I'm doing this second quarter of Math Lab, um, as well as I'm gonna talk about how to write like the goal steps. Because I see people like genuinely trying to write good goal steps and just are making ones that I really dislike. And here, firstly, I want to go over the new changes to the tracker. So for this goal of math goal of the week, I cut it down a little bit. So part that I got rid of, you only have to need one vocab word. You don't have to list people that to get help from. I feel like it's about the same. But yeah, one thing today I'm gonna teach today, and you're gonna work on today is how to write these easier because I really want it to be like pretty quick and easy. Um, like I'm not, I yeah, I want it to be helpful but also not take a long time. Over here, I've made it a little bit different. You like this first part's the same. Did you reach your goal last week? I got rid of the why. I'm gonna say, did you do all the steps laid out? Which are these guys? Steps to reach my goal. And if not, which did you miss? So this is like some sort of, you guys hold yourself accountable. See if you are able to do those steps. SAT practice is going to be the same. Con is going to be the same. I'm going to put you guys on your learning path more. I'm going to suggest you go on your learning path more. I won't suggest it all the time because I don't like the point of con is that you do what you want to. But I will suggest you do your learning path more, and I can show you what that is. I made drills a little bit shorter, but I'll make sure we do them like every week or something. Here, this is probably the biggest change. I'm for studying time, like for like when I'm telling you to like do your math work. I'm gonna start doing that like basically at the start of classes because what I notice is that people, like I give them Khan Academy, I give them like a 24, and then they're kind of mathed out, and then they don't have the energy for their actual math work. So I'm gonna make sure at the start of classes we're working on our assignments, studying, and we're gonna do this 40 minutes a week, or 40 minutes every day actually. So for 40 minutes, you have to either work on math assignments or study, or you can help someone with their math assignments, or you can work on your math goal. So that would be like why is it doing that? If you're like doing pretty well in your class, you can still work on your math goal. I'm really just 40 minutes sounds like a lot, but it's just going to be 40 minutes to study, and you'll also have some regular study time as well. 24 is back. And this thing, if we do mini lessons, we'll do that. I also changed the points around a little. Like I made these guys less valuable. I also made like Con and SAT a little bit less valuable. But yeah. So now it's like a majority of your grade is going to be these participation grades. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much like time we'll have outside of this study time. I'm like hoping we can do like all 4 of these things every week. But if we can't do it, that's fine. I want to make sure that people are getting work done on their math work. Anyways, let's talk about this math goal. So the main issue is the steps part. This part, steps to reach my goal. And some of you maybe have heard of SMART goals. So that is an acronym for like what defines a goal to be good. They have to be specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant, and time-based. A few things. So like time, like this is like, setting a deadline. Like we do the goals every week, so there's kind of already a deadline in place. So you don't have to worry too much about this. Relevant, you guys are pretty good at that, so like you don't need to worry too much about that. Attainable, like all these goals are usually just like studying something, so that's attainable. You're like people aren't writing like I want to get 500 on the SAT or whatever. Measurable is also pretty important. So, but the main thing really is specific. Like the issues, like you've probably seen me write on your thing, be more specific, which is honestly pretty stupid of me because that is a very unspecific way to tell you to do it differently because I'm not telling you exactly why you're doing it wrong. I started doing that at the end of this semester, but it may have been too late. Either way, a lot of the steps are really just like the steps that I have issues with are the ones that just are super vague, are not specific, and like I want them to be specific so you know exactly what you're gonna do, and uh, so like once you're ready to work on your goal, you can just do that thing. Um, so okay, so bad steps I see a lot. So these once again, this is really going to specific. I should write vague. Vague. I don't like the vague steps. I see study. Like I mean, studying is good, but like I want to know what you're gonna study, and I want you to know what you're gonna study. So you right instead of study, think study with what? Are you gonna study with your notes? So you're gonna study a con video, something like that. Same thing with practice. What are you gonna practice? Are you gonna practice homework? You're gonna practice con. Get help is like a little bit more specific, but still not great. Like say who you're getting help with. Um, and like really like yeah, I don't want the goals to be super long. They just have to really be things that are like clear. They don't have to be super, they have to be specific. They don't have to be super long though. So yeah, make it clear to me and yourself what exactly you want to do. Um, Being specific is good. You can be specific and brief. That's like usually how I try to talk. Anyways, these are some other tips that are less important. I usually suggest you do something as your first step. That's just like you passively taking in information, like watching a video, or like getting a tutor to explain something to you, or googling something. Um, I think you should like you probably usually need to take some information in passively first. Um, and you should also include repetitive practice, some sort of repetitive practice. This is just what I suggest. I'm not going to be holding you guys to it, but this is just like what I suggest for people that actually like really want to benefit from the goals and want to make goals that would be helpful for them. So yeah, practice is always good. So I suggest you include some sort of practice. Also, there's like this section here that says what part of the topic is confusing. Please do not say everything. I know, I understand things can be very, very confusing, but I cannot, everything is also not specific. You should either make a list if you want, but you can really just like list a few things or write one thing really, one part of it that's confusing you. Like you need to be able to notice your own difficulties before you can really address them. So yeah. And also, I really just suggest, like, for these steps, like, find what works for you. If you like con, just keep writing that you're gonna watch a video on con. Like, write that every week if you like con videos. Like, it's fine. It's if you like find stuff that's helpful for you, and then you just keep repeating that. That's gonna be annoying for writing your goals, but that will be helpful for you succeeding. Um, so yeah, find what works for you, and then keep putting those on your steps. Um, I'm gonna show an example tracker, like a good example. So okay, let's see. Here, let's go. This first part, math topic. It's important. This is not your class. This is not geometry or something. This is like what is specifically the topic. Um, if you're not sure what the topic is called, just look at the name of your homework assignment. It's gonna say like Pythagorean theorem worksheet or something. What part is confusing? This is not the topic now. This is what part of the topic is confusing. For example, it could be the formula that is confusing you. I know I'll significantly improve once again, you can, so this is basically checking with yourself if you understand things. I have many math students that are not checking if they themselves if they understand things, and that leads to them not knowing how much effort to put in. Um, like some students, they put in way too much effort because they don't realize that they already really understand it, or they put in too little effort because they think they understand it but they don't. So I want you to write something here about why, once you think you've learned something, these are some good steps here. These are specific. They're going to watch a video on Khan. That's very specific. They're going to get help from Sam on their homework. Sam could be teacher, classmate, friend. Finish homework by myself. These are all good steps. You can put a fourth step if you feel like you want to. I feel like 3 is usually good, but if you want another one, go for it. An example problem. This is not like what is confusing you. This is just an example, like homework problem. And one relevant vocab word, triangle. I'm now gonna just put one vocab word because before it was like make a list, and like people just like it wasn't specific enough. For this section, I also wrote a little thing. So like it's fine to not be super full sentences. Write down the topic you wanted to prove at last week. Solving for variables. I did not reach my goal because I'm still confused. It doesn't have to be like why have you failed? It's more like, or actually no, I got rid of the why. I did not reach my goal. There's no why anymore. Did you reach your goal? I should split this up. So, you know, I'm going to make it even better when you see it. I did all my steps except getting help from Sam. So, and that's this last part. Did you get all the steps you did? So yeah, I'm actually I'm gonna make this better once you guys see it. So like it's gonna be this question. It's like gonna be formatted like this probably. This question. Anyways, okay. Hopefully that's pretty good. Like I know this seems like a lot of writing, but I really want, like, once you understand it, it's gonna be pretty fast, and it's really not that much writing. And I made it shorter a little bit. Let me know how it goes. You guys are now gonna do a little assignment to check if you're understanding how to write more specific steps. Goodbye.